Most of this video was shot in a single day, and I hope to share with you one of the experiences of working with nature and how it doesn't always go the way you think it's going to go. That is 100 kilos of brown sugar from Belgium. And I don't use a lot of sugar in my cookies, so it goes a long ways, 100 kilos. So I'm starting here at the port. I'm going up past the village of Julina, over here. This is the main road that is just recently, or it's currently being repaved for the first time in at least a decade. And then I'm going along here, I'm checking out trees all the way. I'm going all the way to here. And then I go down and back around, past the village, and down to the bay. This is the very top of the island, looking southeast. And all of these trees you see are oak trees of a single species called Valogna oak, or in Latin Quercus ithaborensis, which is found all across the eastern and southeastern Mediterranean. So normally I would be marking down which trees were best, not looking for trees that actually have nuts at all. Here on the left is a property that a gentleman allows me to gather, but I stopped the car at some point and looked in, and there were absolutely no nuts on the trees. I'm really enjoying this newly paved road. We have elections coming up, so all kinds of public works are happening in a scurry before the election next week. This is a good one. This one was full of potholes. It was downright dangerous on the bicycle. I'm really looking forward to getting back here with the bike. The farmers up here feed their acorns to livestock, so I don't get too involved with collecting up in this area because that is a very old tradition which I don't want to disrupt. I lived up here for 7 years, and so I know the area quite well. We're headed to a field owned by a friend of mine where I have permission to pick his acorns, all the way down on the southeast end of the island. This little tree is full of acorns and it's great, but this is far too long a drive to come just for one little tree. So I'm hoping to find some other trees with acorns in this field. This is the field with the cows. I remember from last year I had a few run-ins with these cows. They're not shy, and they like acorns. And they did not like the idea that I was taking their acorns. This is usually a good tree. This year, nothing. Damn. Worrisome. When you see wide terraces like this, it was most likely a vineyard at some point in the last couple thousand years. Let's see if these ladies are friendly or if they're going to give me a hard time. Last year I had a stick with me, and it was absolutely necessary to keep them at bay. Hello, ladies. Just gonna check out your trees. What the heck's saying? Just gonna check your trees out, okay? No need to get fluttered. This is the Cindy Crawford of cows. She keeps posing. These are pretty stupid shoes for acorn scouting. I don't know what I was thinking. I really thought I'd have luck in this field because there were no acorns here last year. So logically there should be this year, but unfortunately not. The heat wave seems to have wiped them out. This year's gonna be really tricky. I'm starting to get a bit worried. I'll find enough acorns, but it's gonna take a lot more effort. Well, at least this tree here has some acorns, so it'll be worth coming back here. I love this field and I wish more trees were producing this year, but anyway, it's worth it to come for this tree and then one that is up on the hill that I showed you before. Although it's only one single species of oak tree on the island, there are many, many different kinds of acorns. And the kind that you're seeing here, I can't use for flour because basically the nut is so tiny inside and so tightly packed in there that it makes it impossible for me to use. It's absolutely gorgeous, bright, sunny, and raining. I've come all the way down to the southwest side of the island because there's a piece of property that somebody has offered me for several years to gather acorns on. And this year, I finally have the time to scout it out and see if it's worth coming to with the volunteers. We just have to wait till this cloud passes by, and then I'll get out and hike it. Now we're getting somewhere. It's above Catomeria, looking over Cordero. Has one very good tree. Probably can find a couple more. It shouldn't be a problem since there are no livestock in here and the houses are not yet occupied. This is an ideal situation. So amazing to have rain, but it makes looking for acorns a little bit trickier. I'm sitting under a tree that usually has really enormous acorns, but I want to show you what happened to the acorns this year because it's pretty obvious under this tree. In July, when we had a heat wave, you can see all the baby acorns that just expired and fell down. The ground here is littered with these tiny acorns. They're just everywhere. I really try to keep the language clean on these videos, but fuck, I'm in trouble. I don't know what I'm going to do for acorns this year. The trees that I've really relied on in the past are not going to have enough. This is going to be tough. I'm going to have to dig deep, go onto social media, make appeals to people that have homes here, have them check out their trees. It's going to be a really hard year. It's a bit ironic now that the company has gotten this great client, supermarket chain, and is I could say a viable at last. Now I can't find the material I need to produce the product. Anyway, we'll have to figure it out. There are 200,000 trees on this island. I gotta find the ones I need. Everywhere I ride, I look for trees. Hey, that one has acorns. That's good. That one has acorns. Wow. And that one has acorns. Hey, this area suddenly has acorns. What's that all about? There's another one. And another one. Okay, I have to figure out who these belong to and get some permission. All is not lost. Thanks for watching. Next week I'm going to be over in Lavrio, so there'll be some small projects happening in the house. It's great to have you here, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. And whether you're a subscriber or not, spread your likes all over my stuff. Thanks. See you later.